Men don't really approach women that much anymore for a lot of different reasons, I think. But personally, I want to be approached. I would love to meet someone in real life versus online. And as long as it's a respectful approach, I'm always going to be nice. Even if I'm not interested, I'm never going to be rude to the guy. But I think as women, we have to give a signal that we are interested before most men will feel like it's okay to like actually approach you. Personally, I'm not going to approach a man. That's not me, but I will make it clear that I'm interested. I will pretty much give him an open invitation to approach me through eye contact, smiling at him, physically like getting closer to him in whatever vicinity that we're in. And if he doesn't take that invitation, then I would just assume he's taken or he doesn't have the confidence to come up to me, which just means he's not for me. I'm gonna try harder to meet people in real life.
Or maybe he's smart and he's like, yo, he's picking up, like this entity is just like trying to corner him and follow him, and it's not speaking. It's just like a mannequin walking towards him, or like a mute. Like, women don't know how weird they sound when they try to describe not initiating or not approaching a man. All the other tactics that you ladies do are freaking creepy and weird. And this is why guys are not responsive nowadays, because they don't want to catch a charge, number one. And number two, open your mouth, right? We both speak English, right? These women are cooked.
All right, y'all. So I was outside, okay, and I saw this beautiful man. And these are the type of interactions that I like when I'm outside and I'm talking to men. So I see this man. He's gorgeous. Like brown skin, pretty white teeth, beard, gorgeous, right? So he's across the way. I'm over here. He see me. I see him. So I tell him to come over here. I'm like this, right? So he comes over to me and I'm like, I just want to tell you that you are gorgeous. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. You're beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. And I was like, I just had to tell you, like, you are gorgeous. And he said something and he was like, it's my birthday. Or somebody said like happy birthday to him. Somebody had came up to him and said happy birthday. I was like, oh, it's your birthday? I said, would you like a drink? Because, you know, men talking about, do I ever buy? Yes, I buy drinks all the time. I'm not a brokey, okay? That was never the issue, like I said. But I said, he was like, it's his birthday. I said, oh, it's your birthday. I said, would you like a drink? He said, no. Do you want a drink? I'll buy you a drink. Yes, that's what real men do. See how that interaction went? I offered. He said, no, I got you. Then proceeds to buy me a drink. Mind you, he goes to like 3 different bars. It takes him a while. He brings me back my drink. And we leave. We exchange numbers. This man just texted me to make sure I got home okay. More of that. More of that. See, easy. It's easy. So easy.
Hey, you know what? I can't even front. Shout out to her. Hopefully this works out for you and, you know, you get to smash that guy, you know what I'm saying, since you found him so attractive. But ladies, it's that easy. But women, for some reason, they want to feel super special, especially the attractive young ones. This woman right here, she's got an arm full of tattoos. She called herself not a brokey. So she's masculine. We know that. She's masculine and she doesn't have that many options. But she probably puts herself in situations like this example where she found an attractive guy and she made the first move. And a lot of guys don't really mind that, but there are a small amount of men who will be like, nah, man, I don't want that. I'm probably the exception because I'm just like, you know what? She could come up to me. I'm cool with that. But like, if I do the approach, I know that it's going to be locked in for sure. But yeah, shout out to her, bro. Like straight up. I hope that worked out for her.
As a woman, you can make the first move. If you see a man you like, you should approach him. If I see somebody attractive, I'll make some eye contact. But not too much yet, just a couple glances. And if that's reciprocated, then I'll hold eye contact. And if I'm feeling spicy, I'll do a wink or I'll smile. You kind of have to smile. You got to be inviting. And if that is received well, you approach. If you're afraid of rejection, suck it up. You're a big girl. I'll approach and I'll compliment him, even if they're with other men. But I'll have an escape route just in case he's weird. I'll say something like, you look good. a little too good, and rush to the bathroom or get a drink or go do something. But when you're on the move, make sure it seems like you're coming back. Sometimes you're just not their cup of tea. Sometimes they're taken. So a compliment is harmless. If they stay in the same place, you're in there. If it looks like they're waiting for you, you're in there. If they stop you in your tracks, you're in there. And then ask for their name. It's so simple. After that, they do the work, okay? Because you done showed that you're interested. You done enough.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like all this NyQuil talk and all this shit. If a woman like her came up to me and started talking to me, I would pick up on it immediately, and I'd be like, "This chick, this is giving me setup vibes." I'm sorry, bro. Like if you acting like this and you're saying that this works, or you walk up to men and like, where's your boyfriend? It clearly doesn't work. And a guy like me and guys like my audience, they probably would pick up on it and be like, "What the hell? This chick trying to set me up."
You raggedy bitch.
Okay, I just shared in my last video how I met my husband at the gym and how I made the first move. It's different than my theory because I did meet him at night, so it still works. If you want to know more about it, you can watch that video I just posted. But my tips for meeting someone, and again, remember, I'm not in the dating scene, but this is what I would do now, I think, is I'd make eye contact, I'd smile at them, and I might even go up to them and just introduce myself. You know, be like, "Hey, I've seen you around at the gym and I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Ellie. What's your name?" You know, and then, "Great to meet you. Have a good workout." That's a green flag, okay? And it's not too far forward, not hitting on them, not interrupting their workout too much, that kind of thing. Another thing I want to tell you guys about is this book I read called The Like Switch, and it's by an ex-FBI agent. It's about how to influence, attract, and win over other people. And this could be applicable in many things. You could use it in your career. And I think it would help you in the dating scene. But it talks about just being in the vicinity of someone frequently. So even showing up to the gym and having like a gym crush you see frequently and seeing them multiple times, you're going to build like this rapport over time because it's like the law of proximity or something like that from the book. So if you're interested, go read it. The Like Switch.
Forget the book. The book has nothing to do with it. The thing is, women don't understand. They look at them approaching men like the boogeyman, or they look at it like, well, that's not feminine, and I want to feel special. So they want the guy to do all the initiating and all that crap so they can get the butterflies. But nowadays, hell is froze over, and now women are experimenting, and now they're seeing that they have some sort of success. It's very simple. Men have been telling women this for years. We prefer if you walk up to us because most men are not going to reject women. And that's a dream that guys have. Like a woman, a baddie would just walk up to me. Ain't no baddie gonna walk up to no man. So if you're gonna walk up to a guy, whether he's attractive or not, or you find him attractive and you're going after him, he's not gonna turn you down 9 times out of 10. But it just takes hell freezing over for them to figure it out. Now these women are out here swimming without the life raft, without the, the donut or the lifesaver. And they're saying that it's not that difficult.
One thing I believe about women is that they would run the dating game if they approached men, simply because they can't be creepy. If you're a heterosexual woman and you've ever scared the hoes, you are a threat to national security. If you're a woman and you've approached a guy before and you've managed to make him uncomfortable, you've had to do something insane, because you can say almost anything to a man. There's so much room for error as a woman if you're approaching a man that it's nearly impossible for you to mess it up. That's like being in a boat in the middle of the ocean. You fall out of the boat and miss the water. There are rules that you have to follow as a man when you approach a woman. There are no rules for women. I was in a club once. I'm very tall. I had a woman try to climb on my back to get my attention. It didn't work on me, but I'm sure it would work on somebody else. Women tell us all the time that their primary tactic to let a man know that she's attracted to him is to stare at him. As a man, don't you go outside and start staring at women that you're attracted to. You're going to make them uncomfortable. And that's my whole point. The bar is so high for a woman to be creepy. And don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's impossible for a woman to be creepy, because when you do encounter a creepy woman, it's like running into a natural disaster. She's the top 5 strangest people you've ever met in life. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If women approached men more often, I think they'd be putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. Like the leaderboard would be...
I'm telling you what I know, girls. Broke men are mean, okay? They are mean because they are not happy with themselves. And a man's ability to provide is essential to his confidence, to his self-esteem, just like the way a woman looks is very much associated with how she feels about herself and affects her confidence and her self-esteem. Obviously, rich men can be mean too, okay? But what I'm telling you is, as a whole, 98.9% of men who cannot provide for themselves like basic necessities that need somebody else to help them with food, shelter, and transportation. Men that are not in a place where they want to be in their life, where they are frustrated for prolonged periods of time. They need outlets to vent that frustration. If a man is broke, chances are it's not one day of being broke. It's months, it's years of not being able to do what he needs to do. And there is a pent up frustration, and he will take it out on the people that are closest to him. The number one person he's taking that out on is his significant other. He will be mean to you.
Firstly, how the hell are you dating a broke man? And how is a broke man in a relationship when women always scream they don't want a broke man? So, ma'am, are you virtual signaling? Are you speaking in code? Are you speaking in womanese? Are you saying that the man that you're dealing with is a dude that's just dropping D off on you and he's mean and you're trying to point out his character flaws? Like, what is going on in this alternate universe?
Okay, and it can be just a matter of him being snappy and rude, stingy, accusing you of being a gold digger just because you are asking for bare minimum or just because you are confident. It could be him having a problem with you having confidence in yourself and loving yourself. He'll have a problem with that. Or it could be downright violent. When a man is not where he wants to be, especially financially, the woman in his life is paying for it. And I don't care what couples are smiling on social media, back behind closed doors. If there's money problems and he can't do anything about it, he is mean, he is mean, he is mean. And I'm telling you, if you are not married to this man, if you don't have to stay there, run.
So are these guys broke and you're in relationships and marriages? Like, do you just see this in your friend group? Because there's a lot of broke ninjas. There's a lot of bums, literally. All the stuff that you described, there's bums that are walking down the street and they meet and fit the criteria of what you just mentioned. So you mean to tell me they're in relationships with bums, these women, and you yourself is also in a relationship with a bum and he calls you a gold digger for the bare minimum, like dates and stuff like that? What is going on?
Oh, hell no!
It's not. If one of us eat, then we all ball. Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. Please. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew. Any